Hello and welcome to the course on C Programming Learn to Code series. This is the 22nd lecture of Unit 1, and in this lecture we will continue our discussion on algorithm and flowchart. Today we are going to solve another problem on algorithm and flowchart, and that is mentioned here. Write an algorithm to print your country name 20 times and draw its flowchart. So let's begin. So to solve this particular problem, that is write your country name 20 times, the instant solution that come to our mind will be write the country name 20 times in the 20 line. So the simplest solution that came into our mind will be something like this. So in the step 1 we will write start. In the second step, I will print my country name. Here I am assuming my country name is Dreamland, and I will write like this: print Dreamland. Okay, so Dreamland is my imaginary country name. So by executing this line, a computer can print this Dreamland one time. According to our question, we need to print the Dreamland 20 times. So what I'll do is I will again write print Dreamland and continue writing this particular line 20 times. Okay, so I'm not mentioning over here. I have given it with dot 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 that represents I will write my country name 20 times over here. Okay, after that I will put a stop symbol. So this is the instant solution that everybody can think of. Okay, but this is not the right way to solve this problem, because if somebody will ask you print your country name 50 times, then you need to write 50 times this particular line, which is not the way a algorithm is written. Okay, so if you remember, the definition of algorithm says we need a finite number of steps. Finite means obviously this will be finite, but we should finite and definiteness must be there in the algorithm. That's why this approach will not work. Okay, for that reason only we need to solve it with a different approach. So what is that different approach? So the second approach to solve this problem will be using the concept of loop control structure. So what do you mean by loop control structure? So it says that if you have one or more line maybe, one or more line, and you want to execute that one or more line multiple times, okay, then you can use the concept called loop control structure. So there are particularly several loop control structures available, but here we are going to focus on one loop control structure, that is your while loop. Okay, so let us begin with the discussion of while loop. After you understand what is a while loop, then you can easily solve these type of problems quite easily. So while loop. So first of all, let us understand the syntax of writing an while loop. Now the question came, what do you mean by syntax? So syntax means, for an example, you are a writer of English language. Now the syntax means, the syntax says the way you are writing a sentence in your English language. Okay. Similarly, while we are following a while loop, or we are going to write a while loop, what is the rules and regulations that we are going to follow to write that while loop is known as the syntax of that while loop. So I have mentioned the definition over here, means not the definition. What is syntax? Means the layman's point of view. A syntax specifies some rules or processes that guides the writer to write sentences properly and in order. Okay, so we are now going to understand how the while loop is actually written while I am writing inside, while I am writing while loop inside an algorithm. So see the syntax over here. The first line of while loop will be a initialization line. So what do you mean by initialization? The meaning of initialization means we have to assign some value to a particular variable. So you may be confused what is value, what is variable. You will be soon clear with whenever I am going to take an example. But you understand that the first line of every loop, obviously loop control structure, not for only while loop, there will be an initialization step. Okay. Then the second step will be you have to specify the condition, because when you want to execute some instruction multiple times, then that for executing that instruction multiple times some condition need to be satisfied. So that particular thing will be written in the condition part, and the syntax of writing the condition is something like this. You have to write first while, then you have to mention the condition inside the bracket, then you have to write do. Okay, then these are the statements. There may be one statement, there may be multiple statements. These statements you are going to execute multiple times. So the syntax says that until and unless this condition becomes true, okay, these statements are going to be executed that many times. So when the condition becomes false, this statement will not execute it. Okay, so to help the condition or to help the while loop run multiple times, this line will be necessary, that is your increment and decrement. Either there will be an increment statement or there will be a decrement statement, but not the both. Okay, so whenever that particular statement will be over here, then that drives this condition to be true for some time. Okay, so this is helping in providing the condition is going towards the completion. Okay, that means the condition means in somewhere at some moment of time the condition is going to be false. So who is making that possible? That will be possible through the help of this increment or decrement line. Okay, even if you are not understanding for the time being, you will understand it in the next slide instantly. So wait for the things, but try to listen what I am trying to say. Okay, so after that you have to write the end while statement, which specifies that my while condition is over, means while loop is over. Now let us take a simple example to understand how it is actually written. Okay, without writing any statement that need to be executed multiple times, I am going to take some example by using this syntax. So don't forget this syntax, because this will be used for solving many type of problems. Okay, so let's say this is the syntax. Now I am using the concept of increment and I am trying to write a example. So you can see here, suppose the first step, that is your initialization step. Here what I am trying to do is I will take a variable that is I. So you assume that I is nothing but a box where I can keep some values. Okay, so here I am trying to put 0 inside the box I. So let's say I contains 0. Then in the second step, as I have already told you, you have to write the while, then you have to mention the condition. So here I am mention the condition, that is I is less than 10. So here you can see, so I is 0, so 0 is less than 10. Okay, so that specify the condition of this while loop. And finally you have to write your statements. So there may be one statement, there may be multiple statements. Okay, now this statement is going to be executed until the condition here is true. So for the first case, for the first time, if you see, if I value is 0, so 0 less than 10, the condition is satisfied. That means statement 1 to statement n is completely executed. Okay, now if the I value is not incremented, then the condition will never stop. So as I have already told you, this particular line helps or drives the condition towards moving towards the completion. Okay, so I have to write something like this, that is set I is equal to I plus 1. So what does it do? It will assign the I value or increase the Y value after each after each execution. Okay, sometimes this particular thing is called iterations. In every iteration the I value gets incremented by 1. Okay, so when the I value gets incremented by 1, then these statements get executed. Again the I value gets incremented by 1, then it will check the condition. That means after line number 7, the control always goes to this place. Okay, and every time I becomes bigger, then that condition is checked over here. Okay, so the last step will be obviously our end while statement. So I'll write end while. Now let us check for some value to how the while loop works. Let's say initially I equal to 0, Now 0 is less than 10, so this condition becomes true. Then statement 1 through statement n gets executed. Then I will be incremented by 1, so the previous value of I 0 is now replaced with 1. Now the condition is checked, 1 is less than 10 or not. Yes, condition satisfied. Again the statements get executed. So set again I equal to I plus 1. So this previous value gets deleted and I now becomes 2. So again the condition will be checked, 2 less than 10, and this is how the things going on. So now you can understand that how many times this will goes on. When 10 is less than 10 will reach, okay, that time the condition becomes false and this will stop the execution, and when the execution stops it comes out of the loop. Okay, now the second question maybe come to you in your mind, that where the decrement condition will be used. So I am trying to write the same thing with the decrement symbol. So you can see here, same thing I have written with decrement symbol, where I have set the value of I as 10 initial, where in this case I have set the value of I as 0, but in this case I have set the value of I as 10. Now the condition also I have changed it, so that will be I greater than 0. So until and unless the until the condition is true, this statement gets executed, that is 10 greater than 0, condition satisfied, these statements get executed. And in similarly I have changed the statement 7 into I is equal to I minus 1. Here I am increasing the value because I have initialized it with 0, but in this case I have decremented the value because I have initialized I with 10. Okay, I hope you understand the concept. So similarly this as this is working like increasing the value by 1 and compare with 10, similarly it will be decrease the value by 1 and compare with 0. Okay, so 10 is greater than 0, 9 is greater than 0, 8 is greater than 0, and so on. So when 0 is greater than 0 comes, this condition becomes false and the control come out of this loop. Remember, every one line means execution of each statement at least once makes one iteration complete. So iteration means that is specifying the execution of these statements one time. Okay, so now we are ready. So let us, before writing our solution up to the given problem, let us understand with a flowchart. So this is your given syntax, or with means this is your given example. Now how this is actually written in syntax. So remember that this particular statement may be a part of a program. So your program may contain some statements before that. That's why I have mentioned something like this. This is specifying some line of code which is present in your program previously. Now the line came is set I is equal to 0. So that is a processing statement. So I have written set I is equal to 0. Fine. Then comes the condition. So we know that a condition in a flow chart is something represented like this. So it is written I is less than 10. So I have written is I less than 10 question mark. So there will be two possibilities, either yes or no. So for this particular case I is equal to 0, this condition is satisfied initially. So that's why this is the yes part, and inside after the yes part get executed we need to execute all the statements. So I'm assuming that all the statements are processing statements, so I have written inside a processing block all the statements over here. It is not representing any particular problem, but it is a generalized situation. Okay, so I have written all the statements inside a particular box. After that what will happen, the next statement, that is set I is equal to I plus 1, which is also a processing statement. So I have written like this, set I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, then after what happened, then after the condition will goes from here to here, so something like this. So this will goes from here to here. Okay, the I value gets incremented, it will check with I is less than 10 or not. If it is yes, all these statements get executed, then the I value get incremented, the control will goes again. So every circle it completes, one iteration it completes. Okay, Finally, at some moment of time, this condition is going to be false. So I is less than 10 is going to be false. Why? Because this is driving it. Okay. So finally, when the condition becomes false, we will come to a separate line. Means we will come out of the while loop and going to the some other line which is present in your program. Okay. So this is how the flow chart works for while loop. Now that we understand how to write the syntax, how to write the your flowchart, now we are ready to solve our problem. So I have written what I have written. I have written now we are ready to solve our given problem. So the problem is write an algorithm to print your country name 20 times. So let's begin. So how to do that? So I'm writing the steps, some means by following the rules of while loop. Already we have discussed it. So the first line of our problem will be start. So the second line, I have to set the value, that is I is equal to 0, because I need to print my country name 20 times. Then I have written while I is less than 20. Okay. So if you think 0 starting with 0 and it is less than 20 means it will continue up to 19. When 20 is less than 20, the condition becomes false. So 0 to 19, 0 and 19 included will be 20 times. That means the statement here, that is print dreamland inside your while loop, is executed 20 times due to the help of this while loop. Then to drive the loop, okay, to make the condition false, we have to write set I is equal to I plus 1, which makes the while loop continue execute for 20 times. Then I have to mention the end while, then we have to stop here. Okay, so here which everything is correct, everything is related to here, means if you see in the syntax of while loop, every line is included over here, only the statement part is changed. So what is the statement part? So this is our statement over here. Print dreamland is our statement. That means I want to execute dreamland line or this particular line 20 times. That's why this is represented the statement. All other lines are included or directly related to your syntax itself. Okay, that we have already discussed in the previous slides. Hope you understand the algorithm. Don't forget to write steps here. Step number 1, step number 2. So this step must be there. So this is the complete algorithm for printing your country name 20 times. Now let us draw its flowchart, the corresponding flowchart. So how to draw it? So it will be draw like this. So the first line, that is your start, that is the first step. So that will be represented like this, start. Then the second step is a processing statement, so I will write set I is equal to 0. The third step is a condition, so I have to mention the condition is I less than 20 question mark. So there will be either a yes or there will be other one will be a no line comes. So if the condition gets satisfied, that is true, then the next line or this is a statement, but the statement is an output line. That's why I have used this particular symbol to write the print dreamland statement. Okay, so this is the yes condition. So after executing this dreamland, then where we will go, we will set the value of I, that is I is equal to I plus 1, that is also a processing statement. So I have mentioned inside a processing statement. After this, where it will go here. So obviously we will go here and I value gets incremented to 1. 1 is less than 20, yes, then print dreamland, then set the value of I equal to I plus 1, which is equal to 20, sorry, I equal to 2. So 2 is less than 20. Okay, when 2 is less than 20, then again the condition gets satisfied, print dreamland, then I is equal to 3. So 3 is less than 20, then it comes to print dreamland, and the things are going to be continued. So at some moment of time I becomes 20, so 20 is less than 20, the condition will false, and at that moment of time we will directly come out of this loop and we'll go to stop. Okay, so this is how the flowchart and algorithm is written for the given problem. I hope you understand the entire thing. and wait for the next videos. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.